Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to cover the Hindu newspaper for 5th of March 2021. आज हम 5 मार्च 2021 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर कवर करने जा रहे हैं. So today's class is very important. Why? Because in today's class we are also going to solve 2-3 questions from the perspective of prelims from the Hindu newspaper. These questions have been framed from the Hindu newspaper. Okay, so we're going to solve them also with the class. Make sure that you attend the class till the very end. The class PDF will be uploaded on our Telegram channel, Simplifying UPSC with Ease. The Telegram channel's link is also given below in the description box. So let's start. शुरू करते हैं आज की class. I hope you all are ready. Make sure that you have your registers, you make notes with the class simultaneously, because note making is a very essential procedure when it comes to your UPSC CSE preparation. Let's start. The first very important news, OTT platforms will not have to register, says Centre. So the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting has clarified that the OTT platforms like Netflix, Hotstar, Amazon Prime Video, Facebook, etc., they will not have to register with the government, and no government nominee will be present in the self-regulatory body. So here, let's go back to the earlier news published on 26th of Feb 2021. That was government to monitor OTT content. So see, government on 26th Feb 2021 passed this notification that now it is going to monitor the OTT content, any other video, any other content which is displayed or which is shown through the OTT platforms. It will be monitored by the government, because of which the OTT platforms were not very happy. Okay, so that is why the government put forward its own views on social media. The government said that social media enabled the common Indians to show their creativity, ask questions, be informed, and freely share their views, including the criticisms also. Not just the good views, any other criticizing views also they could be able to share. But government said that we acknowledge and respect the right of every Indian to criticize and disagree, because criticizing and disagreeing is also an essential element of democracy. And government very clearly said that India is world's largest open internet society. But there is a condition to this. If we are one of the largest open internet society, the condition is that social media has to be accountable to the constitution and laws of India. If they are operating in India, they have to be accountable also. They cannot operate without any accountability. Right? And this accountability has to be borne by the social media intermediaries like the Facebook, like WhatsApp, Twitter, Messenger, Instagram. Right? So these are the social media intermediaries. Who are intermediaries? Who are these are the middlemen. ये हो गया आपका content, ये हो गए आप. तो आप दोनों के बीच में जो intermediary है, which will facilitate the movement of content between you two. Right? That is Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. Right? So they have to be accountable to the Constitution of India, to the laws of India. That was the condition put forward by the government of India. And the government of India also highlighted the problems created by social media in our society. But as per my opinion, problems are created on social media by our society. Why? Because that social media is a platform which is active because of humans. We humans are posting content on social media. We humans are either using social media for the good or using social media for the bad, right? तो देखो सोशल मीडिया पे जो कंटेंट जाता है हम ही तो उसके लिए तैयार होते हैं ना. मान लीजिए ये लेक्चर बन रहा है, ये लेक्चर आपके नॉलेज के लिए है, राइट? कोई और ऐसे ही कोई वीडियो डालेगा बट वो नॉलेज के लिए नहीं होगा, वो क्रिंज वीडियो होगा, राइट? तो आप देखेंगे अगर कंटेंट की अगर हम बात करते हैं सोशल मीडिया के साथ साथ वो तो एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, इंसान भी इक्वली रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. तो नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू मी यू शुड ऑल्सो थिंक अबाउट इट, शुड ह्यूमंस नॉट बी रेगुलेटेड टू? Right? If we are trying to regulate the social media, humans also should be regulated. If social media we are saying that it's a threat, are humans not a threat? This is the question you should think about. Okay? So government said there are different problems created by social media in a society, like spreading of fake news. But just think about it in deep. The person behind spreading the fake news is a human. Right? He's using that social media platform. So both needs to be regulated. The human also who is doing all this, and the social media platform also through which that particular person had the leverage to spread the fake news. Then misuse by criminals, anti-national elements, misuse of social media for settling corporate rivalries, spreading fake information about some other business, rampant abuse of social media to share the mocked images of women, which threatens the dignity of women also. Case of use of abusive language, defamatory and obscene contents. So the government on the behalf of users wants to develop a mechanism where users can register their complaints and also get redressal of their problems. But now over here, the government on the behalf of users, they also want to develop a mechanism where users can register their complaints and also they get redressal of their problems in a specified time period. Right now, there is no strong mechanism wherein we can file our complaint and also we can get timely redressal of our problems. So that is why government is planning to carry out or launch some important regulations, some very serious regulations through which they can in a timely manner solve all the grievances of the users. Right? Point clear ho gaya? Chalo. So let's move forward, but also a word of caution from my side. See, as humans, we are using technology. Some people use technology for their good. Some people, on the other hand, use technology for their bad also and for the worst of society as well. You need to be responsible while handling technology. देखो टेक्नोलॉजी ऐसे बच्चों का खेल नहीं है. तुमको रिस्पॉन्सिबल होना पड़ेगा जब आप टेक्नोलॉजी को हैंडल करते हो. ठीक है? तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कम्स फ्रॉम योर साइड ऑल्सो. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर यूजिंग द टेक्नोलॉजी फॉर योर growth and for the growth and upliftment of society, not for the opposite. Okay, so what government has done on Feb 25th, government announced new information technology intermediary guidelines and digital media ethics code rules 2021. And under this regulation, government introduced a 3-tier grievance redressal mechanism for the OTT platform. तो government ने क्या किया, 25 फरवरी को इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी इंटरमीडिएरी गाइडलाइंस एंड डिजिटल मीडिया एथिक्स कोड रूल्स 2021 लॉन्च किया, जिसके तहत उन्होंने 3 पार्ट्स में 3 टियर में ग्रीवेंस रिड्रेसल मैकेनिज्म ओटीटी प्लेटफॉर्म्स के लिए एस्टैब्लिश किया है. Tier 1, it's a grievance cell. Tier 2, self-regulatory body of OTT platform. And Tier 3, interministerial panel to look into the complaints if they are not solved in Tier 1 and Tier 2. जो complaints Tier 1 और Tier 2 में solve नहीं हुई है, उसे Tier 3 में solve किया जाएगा. And government has also classified, had also done the classification of content. Content को अलग अलग categories में डाला गया है government के द्वारा, classify किया गया है government के द्वारा. तो वो क्या है ये पढ़ लेते हैं. So the OTT platform will have to self-classify content into 5 age-based categories. U, that is universal, could be watched by everyone. Then UA 7+, underage यानी कि 7+ के बच्चे देख सकते हैं. UA 13+, and UA 16+, and then we have adult category. These are the different categories that OTT platforms have to create. Okay, and platforms would be required to implement parental locks also for the content which is classified as UA 13+ or higher, and reliable age verification mechanism for A class or adult category content will be put in place. All right, यहाँ तक point clear हो गया. So what is the statement from the ministry? The Information and Broadcasting Ministry has said that it merely requires them to disclose the information and that there is no requirement of registration of any kind of with the ministry. यानी कि जो regulation rules निकाले हैं ministry ने, उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको registration OTT platforms को registration कराना पड़ेगा ministry के साथ. No, they just have to disclose information that is required to monitor the social media or OTT platforms. And the rules focus on self-classification of content. Over here we saw now that they have given them the leverage, the privilege to classify the content in different categories, right? Self-classify the content where government will not interfere. Dispelling rumors, ministry clarified that in self-regulating body, no member will be appointed by the government. This will be the sole prerogative of the OTT platform management only to regulate the body. The government would create an interdepartmental committee to look at the complaints only. Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 that we have studied. Okay, यहाँ तक point clear हो गया आप लोगों को? All right. So before we move forward, here's a small announcement for all of you. Unacademy has launched free test series for UPSC aspirants, which is a pathway to crack UPSC CSE with India's best educators. There will be different questions for complete UPSC CSE practice, which will be conducted by India's best educators. You have the chance to compete with thousands of aspirants, as you will be getting your All India rank as well. You can select the test series of your choice, get enrolled to your choice of test series. Now, what are these test series? So first of all, go to the Unacademy app, download the Unacademy app, then select the goal as UPSC CSE, select the test series and get enrolled to your choice of test series. First is T20 Daily Current Affair Test Series that will be conducted daily at 7:30 p.m. There will be 20 questions, 20 minutes time will be given to you, 40 marks ka test hoga, and then you will be getting detailed test analysis sessions also to know where you were faulting, which is your strength and what is your weakness. The link is given below in the description box. Then we have the Unacademy Rise. 20 questions, 30 minutes, 40 marks ka test hoga, daily 8:30 am ye test hoga. It will be both in Hindi and English. Again, the link is given below in the description box. Then we have the Unacademy Impulse. Again, here 10 am this test will be conducted daily, not daily, thrice a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. 60 marks ka test hoga. Link is again given below in the description box. So it will be a free test series for all of you. You can use code ARPITA10, unlock the Plus experience for free and start learning from the best. Now the next important article, IISC in top 100 list in natural sciences category. So here the Indian Institute of Science has broken all the records into the top 100 in the natural sciences category of the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2021. With regard to subject rankings, there are two new entrants in the top 100 list. First is JNU's Anthropology program and second is OP Jindal Global University's Law program, which is also the only private institution in the list. OP Jindal Global University, it's a private institution. So over here in the broad engineering and technology category, only 3 institutions made it to the top 100 subjects, Bombay, Delhi and Madras IITs. ओके तो हमारे जो IISC जो है वो अब टॉप लिस्ट में है नेचुरल साइंस कैटेगरी में. दिस इज अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम प्रीलिम्स पर्सपेक्टिव. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन इफ दे आर एक्वायरिंग टॉप categories in the subject category? This will mean that they will get extra central funding, right? इनसे क्या होगा, इनकी ग्लोबल रैंकिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स की बढ़ेगी और इनको सेंटर से ना इन सब्जेक्ट्स को एक्स्ट्रा फंडिंग मिलेगी. ओके सो in the Department of Education and Research and Development, these subjects are going to lead now. The next important article, as you can see, the Dandi path, follow the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi. So this is related to the Dandi March, the National Salt Satyagrah Memorial, or it is known as the Dandi Memorial, which has been established. So this shows the salt march that took place in modern history. The Dandi March is also known as the Salt March or Dandi March and Dandi Satyagrah. It was an act of non-violent civil disobedience led by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi ji. ठीक है, तो ये जो मार्च हुआ था ये 12 मार्च को हुआ था 1930 से अप्रैल 6, 1930 तक. इट वाज अ डायरेक्ट एक्शन कैंपेन ऑफ टैक्स रेजिस्टेंस एंड नॉन वायलेंट प्रोटेस्ट अगेंस्ट ब्रिटिश सॉल्ट मोनोपोली, wherein Mahatma Gandhi ji broke the salt law. The next important article, the GOM, that is Group of Ministers, suggests steps to stem negative narrative. So Group of Ministers was formed to fine-tune government communication in an effort to neutralize what it calls the negative narrative. So what is a negative narrative? It means whenever you are trying to say something or you are trying to explain something or put something forward, people are taking it into something negative, right? Something which is untrue, something which is malicious or false. That is negative narrative or false narrative. आप जो भी बात बोलते हो उसको twist करके गलत समझा जाता है, तो वो और गलत light में present किया जाता है, वो negative narrative हो जाता है. So the group of ministers have come out with suggestions to track 50 negative and 50 positive influencers on social media, neutralize the people who are writing against government without facts and setting the false narratives or spreading fake news, and to take other steps. तो group of ministers को फॉर्म किया गया है, बनाया गया है ताकि 50 नेगेटिव और 50 पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंसर्स को सोशल मीडिया पे ट्रैक किया जा सके, जो या तो गवर्नमेंट के बारे में बिना कुछ पढ़े या बिना कुछ सोचे या बिना कुछ समझे बिना कोई रिसर्च किए कुछ भी पोस्ट कर रही हैं, फेक न्यूज स्प्रेड कर रहे हैं, कोई एविडेंस नहीं है, फॉल्स नैरेटिव क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. सो डिसीजंस ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट बेस्ड ऑन द ग्रुप ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स deliberations include capping the FDI for digital news media at 26%, important for prelims, separate section dealing with code of ethics for OTT platforms in the new IT rules. Other suggestions in enlarging the Prasar Bharati news service into mainline news agency, because that is the pure government news service agency. Coordination with schools of journalism to tap the future journalists and train them ethically. Coming on to the next very important article, Bengaluru, Shimla most livable cities. So Bengaluru and Shimla, if you are from Bengaluru or Shimla, you should be very happy. Why? Because Bengaluru and Shimla have ranked as the most livable in the categories of cities with more than and less than 1 million population respectively by Union Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry's Ease of Living Index. Ease of Living Index is very important for your prelims. Who launches this index? Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It has released final rankings of EOLI 2020 and Municipal Performance Index 2020. Both these indices are very important. So Ease of Living Index, it's an assessment tool that evaluates quality of life and impact of various initiatives for urban development. Aim is to enable the cities to systematically assess themselves against the global benchmarks or international benchmarks, right? तो इसमें क्या होता है, इस ईज ऑफ लिविंग इंडेक्स से देखा जाता है कि सिटीजन परसेप्शन सर्वे किया जाता है इस इंडेक्स में, जिसका 30% वेटेज होता है, जिसमें सिटीजन्स का एक्सपीरियंस पूछा जाता है सिटी में इन टर्म्स ऑफ सर्विस डिलीवरी. और यहाँ पर भुवनेश्वर जो है इनका हाईएस्ट सिटीजन परसेप्शन स्कोर रहा है. ठीक है, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. So what kind of question they can ask you? I'll create a separate lecture on ease of living index. Don't worry about it. आज के आज एक separate lecture आ जाएगा ease of living index के ऊपर, उसमें हम इसको पूरा डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे. So what question they can ask? Ease of living index is released by which of the following? Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Jal Shakti, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Correct answer in this case will be D, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay. The next important article, India wants Chabahar port on key corridor. So India wants the Chabahar port to be included in the 13-nation international north-south transport corridor, which is known as INSTC, that extends from India to Russia. ठीक है, and expand the INSTC membership by including Afghanistan and Uzbekistan. अफगानिस्तान और उज्बेकिस्तान को इंडिया चाबार पोर्ट के रूट में ऐड करना चाहता है ताकि INSTC की मेंबरशिप इंक्रीज हो सके. इंडिया से रशिया तक का ये पोर्ट है जो आपको याद रखना है. इसमें टोटल 13 नेशंस हैं. ठीक है, तो दिस INSTC, it's a 7,200 kilometer long multi-mode network of ship, rail and road route. So it is a मल्टी-मोड नेटवर्क, शिप, रेल और रोड रूट इसमें कवर्ड है, विच इज बिटवीन इंडिया, ईरान, अफगानिस्तान, अजरबैजान, रशिया, सेंट्रल एशिया एंड यूरोप. दिस इज अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्रीलिम्स बिकॉज दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन कैन बी फॉर्म्ड. इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस बनाए जा सकते हैं. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज विद बॉर्डर्स टचिंग द पर्शियन गल्फ? बहरीन, ईरान, इराक, कतर, ओमान. सो करेक्ट आंसर इन दिस क्वेश्चन will be C. That is Bahrain, Iran, then we have Iraq and then we have Qatar. Okay, point clear? तो इस तरीके के क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं, तो इसलिए चाबार पोर्ट, आसपास के गल्फ्स को आपको प्रिपेयर करना है. Another question, consider the following regarding Ashgabat Agreement. The Ashgabat Agreement is multimodal transport agreement for creating an international transport and transit corridor, facilitating transportation of goods between Central Asia and Persian Gulf. Objective of agreement is to synchronize with other transport corridors within region including the international north-south transport corridor. India formally joined the agreement in 2010. So here the correct answer will be, यहाँ पर जो correct answer आपका होगा वो होगा A. Third is wrong because it joined in 2018 not 2010. तो third statement आपका गलत हो गया. ठीक है, correct answer is A. 1 and 2 are correct. Coming on to the next important article, Yemen's Houthis claim missile strike on oil plant. Yemen's Houthis rebels, that is the Houthi community rebels, they claimed a missile strike on plant of energy giant Saudi Aramco in the western Saudi Arabian city of Jeddah. So first of all, they can ask you question related to Jeddah. सबसे पहले वो आपसे question पूछ सकते हैं, where is Jeddah? It is in Saudi Arabia. ठीक है, वेस्टर्न सऊदी अरेबियन सिटी है. देन दे विल आस्क यू हाउथी रेबल्स बिलोंग टू विच कंट्री. सो दे बिलोंग टू येमेन. ठीक है, अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट दैट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. सो सिंस 2014 ये जो हाउथीज हैं ये जैदी शिया मुस्लिम्स के ग्रुप हैं जिन्होंने येमेन में किंगडम जो था वो 1000 साल तक इन्होंने वहां पर रूल किया था. द शिया हाउथीज हु द साउदीज क्लेम आर बैक्ड और सपोर्टेड बाय ईरान, दे आर कंट्रोलिंग मच ऑफ कंट्रीज नॉर्थ, एंड द येमेन हाउथी रेबल्स and Saudi Arabia backed forces loyal to the president of Yemen, they have agreed to United Nations mediated ceasefire agreement in 2018. But now when they have claimed this missile strike, it is presumed that the agreement signed in 2018 has been breached. Okay. So now answer this question. Consider the following pairs. Ethnic group and native to countries are given. Hazaras, Afghanistan. Yazidis, Myanmar. Karen, Iraq. So which of the following pairs is or are correctly matched? इसमें से कौन सा पेयर correctly matched है? Correct answer to this question is C. Only one is correctly matched. Hazaras belong to Afghanistan, correct. Yazidis belong to Iraq and Karen belongs to Myanmar. All right. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's session. उम्मीद करती हूँ आपको आज का सेशन अच्छा लगा हो. I hope that you learn something new in all of these classes every day. On Saturdays and Sundays, we will not be conducting any Hindu news analysis because Saturday, Sunday is meant for your self-study. From Monday to Friday, we will be analyzing the newspaper. Alright. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the classes. So make sure that you like, share and subscribe to this channel. Like, share the video, and also do not forget to participate in the free test series for UPSC aspirants launched by Unacademy for all of you. The link is given below in the description box.